Hello and welcome back. This is Wi-Fi battle number 4. This was against Stasis, I think. Yeah, from the Smogon forums. And we both have Azelf leads. And I was going to go for the taunt here, but it's a good thing I didn't because he U-turned. And that does a lot. And so I just set up Stealth Rocks as he switches out into a Tyranitar. So now he switches out. I was going to stay in just to see if he was scarfed or not, and I went for the explosion, but he switched into a Gengar who's not affected by it, which was a good prediction by him. So I go into my own Gengar, thinking I could outspeed because most run Hidden Power Fire, which lowers their speed IV, but I don't. So I went for the Shadow Ball, but he went back into the Tyranitar, who takes pretty much nothing from the Shadow Ball. Then he switches out again and goes into a Scizor. And I go for the Energy Ball because it was my best hit on Tyranitar, and that doesn't do much to Scizor at all. And he over-predicted here, and I just went for the T-Bolt. He thought I would switch and went for the U-turn. And that's pretty bad on his part because after the Thunderbolt and Life Orb, he's going to die to Stealth Rocks coming in. So he goes into a Bronzong. And I haven't dealt much with Bronzongs, but I know that they have really good defense. I just went for a Shadow Ball to do as much as I could. This is still a lot more than I expected. I expected it to do around half, but it almost killed it. And he sets up the Trick Room, which was not really too bad, but a lot of my Pokemon are fast, so that kind of hurt. And he just goes for the Gyro Ball and finishes off Gengar. So I go into Zapdos. And he goes for the Explosion, which wasn't really too good because he took out Zapdos in one hit, which wasn't too bad, but it was annoying. So I go into Infernape now, and he goes back into Scizor to see what I would go into, but he dies from Stealth Rocks. So now he goes into Azelf, and because of the Trick Room I was faster. So I went for the Overheat, and that killed him. So he goes out into a Heatran, and I figured he'd go for the Earth Power, so I went into my Dragon Dance Dragonite, but he just sets up the Substitute. And the Trick Room wore off there, and he's still faster, which I run a max speed Dragonite, which is faster than a max speed Heatran, and so he's hacked. He had over max speed, but I already talked to him, so it's alright. He missed Fire Blast anyway. And so he goes back into Gengar as I go for the Earthquake, and Sandstorm hurts both of us. So he sets up a Substitute, I guess to see what I would do, and I just go for the Outrage. And that'll obviously break the sub. And since he's faster, he'll just go for the Shadow Ball. And he gets a crit, which somewhat, I guess, makes up for the missed Fire Blast. So I go into Starmie, and since I'm Scarfed, I can outspeed. And his other two Pokemon, Heatran and Tyranitar, are both weak to Surf, so I can just finish them both off with the Surf. His Heatran actually has the Passo Berry, but since he's at about half health, it'll still kill him. So he goes into Tyranitar now, and because of the Sandstorm special defense boost for rock types, he'll actually live the first Surf. And he goes for the Dragon Dance. I don't really know why. I guess he didn't know I was Scarfed. But because of the Scarf, I'll still outspeed him. And I'll be able to finish him off with another Surf. So that was a good game, Stasis. Pretty close. I'm pretty sure it was 2-0 at the end. So, hope to battle again sometime. Good game. Thanks for watching.